Well, yeah, some nurses did cheat at the hospital. I'm not gonna lie.
They put out these reports that saying the number one cheating
It's nurses.
is nurses. Yes,
That's
but you were a nurse, so you would know.
but that's because a lot of nurses date doctors. A lot of doctors are married.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Hold on. Are there more nurses than doctors? Because in my mind, I thought it would be like 20 nurses to one doctor. So who are the real cheaters? And why are women actually being called cheaters? I'm sorry, why are nurses being called the number one cheaters? I have a feeling this woman is about to let us know. But if you have any other answers, make sure you comment those under this video, because I have a feeling we are about to learn something, or I am about to learn something. So let's get back into this. Before we do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet. Confidence and clarity is the name of the channel. So
Well, yeah, some nurses did cheat at the hospital. I'm not gonna lie.
They put out these reports that saying the number one cheating.
wait, did y'all hear her say at the hospital?
It's nurses.
It's nurses, yes.
That's
but you were a nurse, so you would know.
but that's because a lot of nurses date doctors. A lot of doctors are married. Not the nurses. It's the doctors that are married and cheating.
Oh my God.
And the nurses date the doctors. Wow. So if you want to be completely honest, I think that's more what I saw a lot of that.
If we're being completely honest, we know that nurses outnumber the doctors. So is she telling us that nurses share? Which goes back to that conversation of, if you get your life together, men, that women will share you. Is sound like she just made that point, or am I tripping? Let me know. Comment under this video.
Where? What rooms?
In the rooms, in the lab room, in the medical room, in the equipment room.
Is it like a quick thing, or was it like this is gonna be the whole rundown? Like,
listen, it's just quick, and then they might see each other outside of the hospital and then act like they don't know each other. But then when it get messy, when they bring it back to the hospital and everybody know their business, that's when it get messy.
God.
Yeah.
Was there nurses that were like, what was the purpose of the nurse hooking up with the doctors? Was it like to level up, or did they just always admire the doctor?
No, I think too, we work with a lot of women. So when they do see a man, they go fucking crazy.
But the thing is, did you guys look at the doctors like, this guy is like the goal, like, this guy is like the high standard, like this is the king of the office, basically, because he is a doctor?
So I think that's the hierarchy of the hospital. We have to treat the, hey doctor, do you need something? Because we're there to assist the doctors, right? Yeah. Hey doc, you need something. Hey doc, you need something. It didn't mean doctors tell you, get up, I need that chair. And as a nurse, you would get up.
You have to, right?
You have to. That's the hierarchy of the hospital. So like you said, it's looked upon that the doctors are up here, and then of course the nurses. So it was just like I think a lot of nurses are single. So a lot of nurses can really do what they want to do.
Okay.
I think that.
Wait a minute. If the nurses are single, then how are they the number one cheating profession or career? Like, you know what? Let's let her finish, because she's giving us information that I didn't know about in the lab rooms. Quickies. Come on. What else she got?
A lot of my nurses friends, when we was at the hospital, we was single. So it was just like, hey.
I heard that the cheating rate is crazy with nurses.
But what is really cheating though? Is they married or they got a boyfriend?
Boyfriend? So you don't consider that cheating if it's just a boyfriend?
What kind of boyfriend? Well, yeah, some nurses did cheat at the
Wait. Hold on. What does she mean? What kind of boyfriend? Like, to me, that's literally a moral question. Now, remember, I always try to leave room because people like to be the exception to the rule. But this is clearly a moral question. What type of boyfriend, how many different types of boyfriends actually exist? I mean, I guess at this point, we have to take out the sneaky links, the flings, the friends with benefits, because she doesn't consider those boyfriends. But you know what? This is something that's very important for us to know. Older women, especially older women in these type of fields, they're around a lot of married people. So they look down on boyfriends because they view it as childish, right? They view it as, like a threshold that they haven't achieved, right? I mean, I've dated a few nurses, and I can tell you some nurses really want to be married because they're surrounded by people that are married. But really quick, if we're not talking about flings and friends with benefits and sneaky links, right? Then we're talking about a boyfriend that she has decided to commit to. Now, I guess the question would be, because we're still trying to figure out what kind of boyfriends actually exist. So it made me say, is this the boyfriend that you actually like, love, and desire? Or is this the boyfriend that you are settling for?
Oh, it's over. Wow. You corn.
Because just listening to her, you can see that her morals are a little bit different from yours or mine or everybody else's, because when you decide to commit, you committed. I don't understand. But you know what? As far as telling goes, she told us a lot. I'm wondering if you guys caught on to everything that she said. For instance, she told us how nurses cheat, when nurses cheat, why they cheat, where they cheat.
Where? What rooms?
In the rooms, in the lab room, in the medical room, in the equipment room.
And on and on and on, right? For instance, why do nurses cheat? Well, because they see a man, and they see a man that's powerful, and they see a man that's giving instructions and telling people what to do, and people are doing what they are told to do. My question to you as a husband or boyfriend is, do you have that kind of power? Can you tell her what to do and she does it? Because I don't think that happens too often. Now, she also told us where the cheating actually happens. Again, I'm gonna have to do some research, or I'm sure, you know what, somebody knows the answer to this question. What is the ratio for a doctor to nurse? Meaning, how many nurses do they have compared to doctors? Because in my mind, I'm thinking it has to be at least somewhere between 10 to 20 nurses to every one doctor. Now, the funny thing about that is there's also male nurses as well. There's also security guards. There are other males who are available. So are they looking at this man and seeing him as rich and wealthy, or he has some type of status, right? Again, fellas, this is probably the biggest point I can make. This may be the reason why you want to make sure you get the power and the money first, because it seems and sounds like the honey comes next. Now, when it comes to cheating, like what she tried to expose was the doctors, when in actual reality, it's still the nurses, because people are saying, I don't know this to be true, but people are saying nurses are the #1 cheating profession, and she didn't debunk that. The only thing she did was she exposed it. She put it in front of our face. She gave us the facts. She gave us the details as to how it happens and why it happens. So when we think about cheating, right, we have to now start thinking about morals, meaning, is there a difference between boyfriends? Is there a difference between husbands? Let me say this also. We also think that women are better cheaters, but she also described or exposed that women are the ones who are loud about the cheating, meaning that if a woman is cheating with a man, he's quiet about it. But if the woman is cheating, right, whether she's in a relationship or not in a relationship, she's going to be loud about it. She's going to tell people about it. This is how it gets around the office, because I'm sure the doctor is okay with being able to knock his nurse down. I'm sure he is okay with it. In fact, let me say this. I don't know if you guys have seen some of these nurses, but some of these nurses, they get themselves together, right? Not only do they get themselves together, they have access to the best treatments, right? And they know how to get the best treatments for the best price, and they can actually afford them. So I don't know if you guys know this, but when you see a nurse, pay attention to the way her face looks, pay attention to the way her body looks, because they have the money to go get whatever procedure or procedures that they need to get done. Now, the people in the comments were on her neck, right? They were basically saying she's telling her story. And I'm like, you know what?
A lot of my nurses friends, when we was at the hospital, we were single.
It does sound like that. It really does, because what she's trying to do is blame the doctors. But then when you think about how many doctors are actually there, you could say that nurses outnumber the doctors. This also tells us what dates are for. Once again, dates are the meeting before sex happens. Do we want to do this? Yes. Do we want to do this again? Yes, 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 or no, right? And again, when you see some of these nurses, man, they're well put together. They went and got their teeth done, their tits done, their booties done, their bodies done, their hair is done, their makeup is done. I mean, some nurses, a lot of nurses, beautiful. Now, she did say that a lot of nurses are single, and it sounds like she's not really counting the boyfriends. So there's a thought that popped into my mind, right? And that thought is this. Is she saying that nurses are single because when you fill out your tax forms, it only asks you if you are married or if you're single? So I guess in the legal sense, you are single, but then it makes you wonder, well, then how are nurses the number one cheaters or the number one cheating profession? That's the question I have for you guys. What do you think? Comment your thoughts under this video. I want to thank you for watching this video. I want to also remind you to like and subscribe to the channel for more confidence and clarity. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.